Hey YouTube, it's Newbie and welcome to my Lost Ark launch video. I got to admit, it's not a video I thought I'd be making based on where I was in September last year. New World was coming out, full steam ahead on New World. Saw Lost Ark, had a quick glance at the game, went, yeah, don't think about this is it. Fast forward 3 months, December, burned out on New World, no content, one PvP arena, 2 dungeons for endgame, and that's it, nothing else to do. So burned out, game came out 12 months too soon. So January, what am I going to play? Have a look at Lost Ark. Decide, you know what, I'll load it up on the Russian servers, we'll have a crack, it's free to play, why not? Well, I load up a Paladin, I'm literally a couple of levels in and I'm liking this game, there's a lot to it. Combat, yeah, it's fluid. There's a lot of intricacy to it, potential intricacy. The skill system's sweet. You know what? I'll give this a crack. So I ended up playing, I think, around 12 different classes because I decided, well, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to go all in on the NA launch, so I'll get a feel for what classes I want to play, and hence my launch plan video. So I'm going to main a Sork. Bit of a boomer, got the reflexes of a dead cat, and so therefore I need to be able to face roll my face across the keyboard, mash all the buttons and have something happen. And well, Sork's one of those classes, that's exactly what will work in regards to making things happen by face rolling. Going to play Reflux. Ignition needs a bit more skill. We'll see how we go. Reflux initially because it's a face roll build. Going to create 3 alts, those being a bard. So as I said, I started with the Paladin because I play healer in most MMOs, so I was like, I'll play the Paladin, that seems to be my style, in the front lines with the ability to heal. But then I had a look at the bard and I leveled the bard up to 20 and went, oh, I like this, I really do. And the fact that it's a mage class, which means it'll tie the engravings together, the account level engravings, went, yeah, I'm going to play a bard as my support character. Follow that up with a artilleryman, blaster I think it's called in, well, it is on the Russian servers. And with my third alt, it's going to be a gunslinger, which is a bit more skill-based required, especially around PvP, which is something I intend to focus on as well as endgame. I want to play all of it. Originally, the plan was that with my Sork, I would meander on out to level 50, because the plan was we were going to be tier 1. This is a recut of my launch video because Amazon announced today their January release notes or release plans, and we're getting tier 3 off the bat. Now it's a limited amount of tier 3 content, but one of the key takeaway is the tier 3 gear will be available from launch. So originally, with it being tier 1, the goal was, well, tier 1 gear, you'll just get enough gear to do the content, but you won't focus on it because you know you're going to replace it when the other tiers come out. So that being the case, it's a good opportunity to do some of the collections, get the adventure book filled out, and chase after those skill potions to further round out your character, which you're going to need to do, but it was not a hard gear grind. Well, goalposts are moved. So I think I'm still going to, I'm going to play out my main where I'm just going to chase the main story quests. I'm going to play through the cutscenes, so I'm going to let the cutscenes play because I want to see the story. Having played it on the Russian servers, I skipped the cutscenes, 1 because they're in Russian, and 2 I knew I was going to play the NA launch once I decided I was all in on Lost Ark. So I want to capture the story, but I still want to get my Sork to 50 so I can start that daily progression of accumulating resources for eventually my tier 3 gear set and progressing that gear set. But I still want to get my alts up to 50, so my second and third characters, I will race those to 50. One of them I'll probably do all the side quests, so probably the 4th one being the gunslinger. I'll experience more of the game, and I'll use my fourth one to go through each zone and try and flesh out the adventure book. So chase the Makoko seeds and the other collectibles in each zone as I go. Game's been out since 2018, I believe, in Korea, so all of the details of that's mapped out on the net somewhere. Just find a good map, flesh it out. So that's my launch plan. Sort of semi-hard. I've joined a small guild called Singularity at this point. Looking forward to playing with those guys, doing the group content, PvP. So I'm going to be streaming the game. If you want to pop over and have a chat, have a look at how a noob does it. I'm not by far the most skilled player you're going to find streaming. So if you're the average man, that's me. Come and check out my stream. Final thoughts, Lost Ark is a game. I'm really excited because there's just so much content. There's so much horizontal content, so much vertical content, and it can appeal to a lot of different play styles. I think this game is going to be a real sleeper. Like at the moment, the excitement in the community on Reddit and so forth is there, absolutely. But the community is nowhere near as big as, say, what New World's community was at launch. But I think that's going to change. I think if we're in 12 months' time, this time next year, looking at the growth charts for Lost Ark in NA/EU, I honestly think it's either going to be a hockey stick or it's going to be a really steep ramp going up to the right. And that's because there's just so much to do. The combat, really exciting combat. I wouldn't say it's Twitch based. But there is definitely a lot of depth and nuance to it. A lot of skill required at the PvE end of the scale. A lot of skill required at PvP. Best part about it is you don't have to race to end game to get the best armor sets to be able to PvP, because PvP is neutralized. It's basically balanced. Gear doesn't mean shit. Skill and load skill build out, skills that you bring into the arena, so to speak. So that's great, because most MMOs, you race into the end to get decent gear so that you can be more competitive PvP wise. Well, that's generally the mode of operandum for me. So the fact that I don't need to do that and I can actually enjoy it. I see like on the forums, in the Reddit forums at the moment, everyone's up in arms about the level 3, tier 3 content being out. That's just stupid. You can take your time. If you're in a guild that's pressuring you to do it, and then join a guild that's not. Join a guild that's moving at your pace. The game's going to be around for a long time. It's got a lot of depth. And the best part this game has, it's got a developer that seems to be really responsive to the community in regards to most developers of MMOs come with a vision. This is our vision. This is how we see it. They stamp their vision on the game. And there's only little varying bits of flexibility on them changing their vision, whereas Smilegate seem to have a vision, but they're more than happy to change that vision based on community feedback, to the point that they've even put changes into the game that's cost them money in regards to how the game plays to make it better for the community. So really excited for this game, because it's a rare sight to see a developer that's so engaged with their community and takes so much of the community feedback, even to the point that the NA EU launch, they've made changes based on community feedback. So really excited for this game, really pumped. As I said, streaming this game, come and check me out. The best way to do that is if you hit the like button down below. That helps me with my content, get it bubbled up a bit more for people to see. But if you hit the bell, hopefully YouTube will tell you when I go live, and you can come and have a chat, and we can talk about all things Lost Ark.